Welcome back. Now, building on the last video, I couldn't resist taking it a little bit further because it's a music program. So I extended the keyboard a little bit. It's not 2 octaves, but it's only a few notes away from G5 rather, and it starts at G3. So it's got more notes in it for starters. And the interesting thing is it changed these, so they're run by events when you push the button, so that nothing happens until you press a button. So it's like a keyboard. It doesn't sound too nice, that clicking noise. I think that's to do with the way the resources I'm using. I think it's stretching it a bit. Turn it down a bit. Oh no, I think it was. I see now. There's still a little bit of a click there. Anyway, it's set for middle C there, 261.63 Hertz. And what I can do is I can record now and store it on Json files, so I can make up little tunes rather than having to. So I'll put a start recording, and let's just let's set for quarter notes. I'll give it a name. And I'll save it to temp. Now let's load it in. Play it back. Now, of course, I wouldn't have been contented with that, would I? No. So what about this? Actually, I should say, when I was doing this, I asked the AI if it knew any songs to put in, and it gave me this one straight away. So it seemed to know this, which was, of course, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and it did it itself. So I didn't tell it the notes or anything, which I thought was quite interesting, really. Now, the interesting thing there was that was good. I said to it, "Do you know anything from The Sound of Music, Do a Deer?" And it said, "Yes, of course I do." So it did that, but unfortunately, it was nothing to do with the song "Do a Deer." It was I don't know what it was. It was more like Three Blind Mice. So it had a bit of a hallucination there. And AI, I think you have to tell it if it doesn't know an answer, just to say I don't really know. I think that's the best plan to say that. Otherwise, it aims to please, and it does all sorts of funny things. So you can also load the settings. So here's. Wonder if this will work. Let's play this. So that's just different settings that I've loaded with a second oscillator, which is close to middle C, and it gives it a sort of echo sound. It's not a real echo as such. It's more like a beat frequency. But let's do this one. That's pretty good. And this one. And there's what the JSON file looks like. They're all duration 1 notes except for the last one, which I made duration 3. It's not a very good way of storing music by any means. I think the MIDI version, of course, is going to be better. It also will give you duration. It later changed this so it could put it, sorry, not duration, puts in the time that the event happened. So not just the how long the note is, but when it actually happened, as well as the note itself. Now here's something more interesting than that. I'll just put this back to a single sine wave. I can, of course, play not just sine waves, but other types of waveforms. That's a square wave. Triangular wave is a bit more pleasant. Put it back to sine wave. Now let's go back to our longer one, which was this one. This is do a dia. Which it thought it knew, but it didn't, so I had to put it in myself. So let's play that. And as I'm playing it later, this control here, what it does is shifts the notes up by a factor of the 12th root of 2, effectively changing the key. I can move it up or down by as many semitones as I like. So it's in the scale of C at the moment because it's set for C. But if I move it up a semitone, it becomes D flat or C sharp, 2 semitones, D natural, and so on. Let's play the tune. Now I'm going to change the key in a minute. Play it again. That's me changed into C sharp. Now into the scale of D. Back down to the scale C. And that's about it really. Just showing you where it's going. Notice it's got quantization when you when you play the thing. Otherwise you'll get all sorts of strange durations of the notes, which actually happens in MIDI if you don't quantize it as well. If you're playing a tune in the piano, how it's actually played and how the music appears. It's even professional players, it doesn't look exactly the same at all as the original score, because the timing's not actually spot on. So you can put this quantization thing in so that it keeps a quarter note as a quarter note and so on and so forth. But anyway, that's the basic idea. I don't think I wanted to show you anything else apart from that and what is possible therein. So thank you very much. Goodbye.